Hi, I'm Nick, and welcome to Storytime, Grant Morrison's The Invisibles, Volume 2, Part 1. Each volume is very unique and different from the others, and it's widely agreed among fans that Volume 2 is the best. As such, Volume 2 will be two videos with a slow enough pace to absorb the story, which is about to get a lot more complicated now all the setup done in Volume 1 is out of the way. For reference, Volume 1 was 25 issues, Volume 2 is 22 issues, and Volume 3 is 12 issues, so it'll most likely be a single video to finish this series of 5. This first part of Volume 2 will focus on the Hand of Glory, a powerful artifact that has something to do with time. But first, the Invisibles will invade a secret military base in Dulce, New Mexico, which houses what came here in the Roswell crash, as well as the cure to HIV, which in this world turns out to be a manufactured nanoplague made by the evil forces of control. Grant is not being subtle about who the bad guys are anymore. In America, everything is bigger, louder, more explosive and deadly, and more intense in the pace and size of the ideas and concepts being explored as well. Following the base attack, Robin visits a scientist working on a time machine and encounters a Japanese death cult, and when she's wounded, she must be taken to the other side of reality to be healed, courtesy of King Mob, and we'll get our first look at the Invisible College in detail, as well as the first real description of the nature and shape of this reality. We'll see Robin's origin in the future and her trip back to the past when she finally opens up to King Mob. Then King Mob is astrally off to 1924 to meet a young Edith and Tom, as well as the first Invisible to use the name King Mob, to learn the secrets of the Hand of Glory from their cell. New characters include Mason Lang, which is Grant's version of Bruce Wayne if he never became Batman and redirected all his intelligence and effort into his Bruce Wayne persona and became an Invisible. Takashi Sato, the inventor of the time machine, and Jolly Roger, the most badass lesbian assassin gun chick in the entire world, and a good friend of King Mob. Let's begin. It's the end of the world as we know it. Jolly Roger and her all-lesbian militant invisible cell, the Poison Pussies, have invaded a secret government base in Dulce, New Mexico. Roger moves like John Wick and is every bit as deadly, combining martial arts with gunplay in devastating fashion and killing every guard she finds. Robin is separated from her entire team as they are killed or captured, but she alone finds the ultimate prize, but she's unable to both take it away and escape herself. She is forced to run. Black Science, Part 1, Bangin. King Mob leaps into the air, flipping upside down as he calls to Robin. Ragged Robin throws his gun to him in the air. He catches it and takes aim as he flips, shooting a balloon suspended underneath the diving board he leapt from before splashing into the pool. After leaving Europe with Jim Crow, the Invisibles have been staying in wealthy Invisible Mason Lang's safe house in America to recuperate. I just wanted to know where you got hold of a bracelet that transmits an anti-nanomachine field. Interesting technology. State of the art. I'll tell you about it soon enough. What about you? Seem to be getting back to your old self? Physically, yeah. Suppose. We're enjoying VIP guest status at the most luxurious Invisible safe house in America, after all. It's just everything else. We've been here for a year. I was in that torture chamber for a day, and it's a torture chamber that sticks. Some miles of space. The horror, the horror. I dream about the bastard. But you survived. You beat him. No, it's Fanny and Jack's magic that saved me. I thought some miles had destroyed my face. I thought he cut off my fingers. A few more hours in that bloody T-17 stuff, and I'd have swapped in my soul for a packet of crisps. I was dying and I was shit scared. So horrible to realize you're just the same as everyone else, isn't it? I'm actually looking forward to the others turning up tomorrow. Your friends. I've even been missing Jack stealing things. This place can be so, I don't know, it's a little creepy when I'm here on my own. You start to get used to having people around all the time. Gonna be sorry when you all head back to the front lines of the war against whatever it is. This place can get pretty big and empty. Maybe you should eat in the small dining room, Mason. This is the small dining room. Tell Robin about your abduction, Mason. You haven't heard this story, have you? This is how one of America's richest men ends up on our side. Let's hear it, Mason. There's not much to tell. These things, you know what it's like. It's like trying to explain a really meaningful dream to someone. It's also inconclusive. I was 9. We were coming home from some kind of party, some fat kid's birthday. My mom was driving the car. I don't know where my dad was, making deals. I remember my sister complaining about a burning sensation up and down her back, and my mom said something weird. She said how big the moon looks tonight, like it's coming down to Earth to sleep. I started to really look at my sister's face in the light. She seemed flat and two-dimensional. I thought I'd understood something fundamental about the world, and then there was this little room with masks on the walls. The masks could talk. I think it was the masks. They told me to take a drink from the Holy Grail, and when I did, I suddenly knew all this stuff. I started having all kinds of ideas. It occurred to me what I was drinking was software, liquid software. They found a way to record information homeopathically onto water molecules. That's what I'm trying to do with one of my companies. We're working to create the first homeopathic computer drink. Imagine buying the Encyclopedia Britannica in a can. Imagine drinking your favorite book or film. Real smart drinks. Was there a language? They try to teach you a language? They use emotional aggregates. It's like one word, one sound represents a whole complex of ideas and associations and feelings. It's kind of a meta language, you know what I mean? The thing is, I knew then that the world was so much bigger and stranger than I'd been led to believe. And that's how you became one of us. I just want to see that cup again. I just want to feel that again. I had the Holy Grail in my hands. Anyway, apart from the drinks idea, we're plowing money into all kinds of interesting projects. Environmental stuff, fringe science. There's a young Japanese guy who's doing time travel research, for instance. That's interesting. What's... Mr. Lang? A friend to see you, sir. Is that... Should I have dressed for dinner? Hi. Jolly Roger? You say you trained with her in Africa? What was she, your tantric sex instructress? I doubt it. Got too many balls for her class. Our Jolly's a notorious lesbian, leads a lesbian activist cell called the Poison Pussies. She's an assassin, same as me. My mate Elfi had trained us both. What is that? I'll tell you later, when we go to New Mexico. New Mexico? Why New Mexico? Little fluffy clouds. So does she want us to help her or something? Jolly Roger, what's it all about? Well, the others are back tomorrow. We'll find out what she wants and put it to a vote. So what are we going to do until then? You're the one with psychic powers, love. You tell me. I ran to Mason because Mason will always run to when we fuck up. I didn't expect to find you here. I didn't expect to find myself here. We were in England recruiting Jack to the team and talking about fuck-ups. I ended up shot and tortured. I almost died. I'd be dead now if Jack hadn't summoned up whatever power it is he's got and healed me. This is the kid everyone's talking about? Some people are starting to say he's Maitreya, the future Buddha. They should try spending 10 minutes with him. I suppose if the Buddha grew up poor in Liverpool and swore a lot, he might be a bit like Jack. Anyway, a friend got us out of the country, and then Mason was good enough to let us stay here in beautiful upstate New York. So I spent the last year trying to get over what happened. My team have finally had a chance to rest up and recharge the batteries and go back to acting like normal people again. What I'm saying is, I just don't know if I'm ready to rejoin the fray yet. Come on, you shoot like Clint Eastwood. So maybe I'm ready. Let's see how the others feel. Fucking brilliant, man! Listen to the voice of the Buddha. Time to lock up the family silver. Hey, where's Jeezy? Tell that butler I'm fucking starving. Hey, darling, the color in your lives has returned. Jack, how'd you like New York? Fucking amazing. That's where I'm gonna live. When I'm as rich as you, man, I'm gonna live on top of the fucking Chrysler building. Hey, girl, seriously glowing, you know what I'm saying? What you and the king been getting up to while we've been gone? Meaningless physical gratification. Hair's great, by the way. You and King Mob? God, I don't know which of you I'm more jealous of, darling. Jack, this is, Jolly Roger. Roger, this is Jack Frost I told you about. Alright? Jack's our resident wit and raconteur. This is Boy and Lord Fanny, the rest of my team. Hi. Charm, darling. So, what's the story? Guess you may have heard of the Archuleta Mesa facility in Dulce, New Mexico. According to rumor, it's a joint U.S. ultra-terrestrial installation. The real nuts say the ultras are experimenting on people to create some kind of hybrid drone species. So the place is supposed to be impenetrable, crawling with elite Delta Force soldiers and rigged with all kinds of sensors and shit. No big deal, we got in. Our information came from a woman who'd worked in the bioweapon labs. She had all kinds of weird material and human memory transplants and 40 cameras and shit. I don't know about that, but I know what I saw. HIV antiviral agent. Bastards have had it since 1978. As far as we know, the virus itself has been engineered and tested before that, but they waited till they had a successful antiviral agent before introducing HIV into the community. Shit. Smart Money says the Ultra provided the tech. HIV is a sophisticated nanomachine, a biological robot. Jesus, they got the fucking AIDS cure in there. Who knows what else they're working on? Genetically targeted Ebola? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Only 2 of us got out. They killed my girl Bobby. Fuck it, this is 8. How many people have they killed? I'll go back in there myself if I have to. But now that we're here, you want us to waltz in past security and out again with the antivirus and your pals in our back pockets? Sounds like a laugh. New Mexico, eh? McTube. It is written. Dulce, New Mexico. Another fucking remote viewer. What makes these assholes think they can just astrally project in here looking for UFOs and we won't notice? We usually fuck with them a little and send them home to write crank articles for the paranoid press. You gotta love paranoia. So it made this country great, Quimper. Fear of the Reds, fear of getting old, fear of failure, fear of each other. Deep down, we all just want to be the same. Homogeneity is good. We must destroy diversity. Hell, we're doing what we can. You ask any kid in Tibet what he'd rather have, Buddhist enlightenment or a fucking Big Mac. Corporate viral technology. Please excuse me while I check with my new little puppet, Colonel Friday. She will lead our enemies to us, and we will make puppets of them all. West. Speed is about human evolution, right? It's so obvious. The bus represents the world. Watch it again. They've got every nationality on there. Not only that, but it's being driven to disaster by this guy who's either made up to look Cro-Magnon or chosen because he looks that way. He's our brutal evolutionary heritage, driving the world to Armageddon while everybody argues. The whole thing's symbolic. Christ, I only asked for a bowl of cornflakes, and they bring me this canoe filled with cornflakes and bananas and maple syrup. Just look at the amount of times you see the number 23. It's in scene after scene. That's not coincidence. The whole thing's a coded message. Those tortillas were for sharing, Jack. Heh, I'm too fucking bad because I've had the lot. Gotta ask for the hottest fucking salsa, though. I hate it when it just tastes like tomatoes and that. And finally, after the whole tantric love trip on the subway train at the end, they burst out onto the street in front of a cinema showing 2001, A Space Odyssey, which is all about human evolution. Mason, you need help. I see this weird occult stuff every time I watch a movie. Think about Pulp Fiction. The glowing thing in the 666 suitcase is Marcellus' soul, right? The band-aid on his neck in the bar scene with Bruce Willis is where the soul is extracted. I mean, I could go on all day. Check out Speed. Next time you watch it, just keep in mind the bus is the world, and the big gap on the highway construction is the apocalypse. Okay, but what does it mean? What difference does it make? It means, I don't know. It means basically that some movies are clearly being made by invisibles and they contain messages for other invisibles. Invisibles talking to one another in their own secret language. Bathroom. The movies are signals. They let us know that others are out there. Mason, you've just turned the last 10 minutes of our lives into a Tarantino scene. I'd call that a triumph of postmodernism any day of the week. Huh? You're pissing on your shoes, cowboy. I guess we should hit the road. We should make Albuquerque tonight, and then it's just a short... Which one of you six fucks thought that was funny? Goddamn fucking she-male standing there looking at me like I'm the faggot. Hey, come on, it's too early in the morning for this. We're leaving anyway. Why don't I buy you and your friends a drink? Why don't you shut the fuck up, Yankee? I'll get to you just as soon as I get done with the she-male, the bald cocksucker here. Well, is that you, John Wayne? Is this me? Fuck you trying to... I'm telling you, you're in the wrong film, fat boy. You're not in the cowboy film you thought you were in. This is a different kind of movie. You're in the scene where the redneck shitkicker picks on the stranger in town, only it turns out to be Big Arnie or a gang of vampires. Bet you've seen that a million times, cowboy. Sure. Here's the deal. You just made the mistake of your life. You can wash away your sins by apologizing to the lady. Otherwise, I squeeze, you pop, and guess who's singing castrato in church on Sunday? Dig? Billy Bob? Everything's fine. I called you a faggot, and, well, I'm sorry. Fuck. That's all right, darling. I am a faggot, and you do have a lovely dick. Oh, for God's sake, let's just get out of here before somebody gets killed. Mason, you're the voice of reason. I don't want cowboy blood in my hands. English bucket. Fuck 'em if they can't take a joke. Let's do Dulce. Yes, let's do Dulce. Yes, let's do Dulce. I am become death, the shatterer of worlds. That's what Oppenheimer said when the first atom bomb was detonated out there somewhere. 20 miles away from Ground Zero, a girl called Georgia Green, blind all her life, saw a brief light. The Rio Grande looks like chocolate flowing. How did that happen? It's just the drugs, Mason. Oh yeah, right. Elephant head. Elephant head. I worship a god with an elephant head. Black Science, Part 2, Kickin. The boys have gone off with their Native American contact in New Mexico, Austin, to take drugs on a plateau while the girls discuss Jolly Roger. The first atomic bomb was detonated on July 16, 1945, which makes it a Cancer, with Cancer rising. The moon was also square with Saturn at the time, which is the same as in Adolf Hitler's birth chart. Mason, I gotta hand it to you. You're one of the coolest, richest men in America I've ever met. Uh-huh. So this is LSD, huh? Well, am I supposed to start crying and sobbing about how my father didn't love me enough now? I've seen Easy Rider. You're doing okay, Mason. You're a blue-shirted savage and you kissed the anus of Cortez. No, I didn't. I didn't kiss his anus. That's called baubles, that is. Don't you remember? So I tried going to that base in Dulce you told me about. We have a different name for it, but you call it remote viewing. I kind of sent out my mind. It's pretty easy to do. I came in low over the base and started making maps of the buildings and the first few levels of tunnels. Then I went down a couple 100 feet underground, and they caught me in some kind of energy field. It's like a net to catch spirits. They can do that. Before they caught me, I got a glimpse of level 6, and there are things in there. Genetic experiments. They're doing it to people and animals. Can we talk about something else? I feel a little... I just saw the porcelain train right in front of me. It explains everything. Invisible cells are organized around elemental principles, and they all switch roles every so often. King Mob has now become Earth, and he'll handle finances and equipment, real-world concerns. Jack has assumed the water role, and Fanny tells him that was her role, and to splash around a little. Fanny has become Fire, Boy is now Spirit, and Robin will be the new leader in the air role. Our enemies will be with us shortly. I played with the woman last night. She thought I was a bad dream. So you're able to keep control of more than one of them at a time, Quimper? This is only a game, Colonel Friday, and the rules are simpler than you might think. That man there. Watch. Jesus Christ almighty, Henry. Everybody knows the names of Donald Duck's nephews. Domination, submission, obedience, control. What the fuck you doing? Hell, I even know them in Danish. The technology of total control. Robin holds her mysterious photograph of a cloud atop the roof of a pueblo. She watches a young blonde girl exit a red station wagon down below. King Mob says she's obviously waiting for something, but she's not talking about it yet, except to say she's waiting to make history. She holds the photograph up to the sky, saying almost. Just there. That's the spot. Just there. That's the spot. Aw, come on, Kay, let's have a smile. There. That didn't hurt, did it? Okay, let's hustle. Mom's determined to make it to Sedona tonight. Boy is spirit. Fanny is fire. King Mob is earth. Robin is air. Jack Frost is water. Great. Well, at least I don't have to be leader anymore. Bad luck, love. You get to wear the leather. Archuleta Mesa, Dulce, New Mexico. Okay, I guess this is it. King Mob, Boy, Jolly Roger, and I are going in. The rest of you are backup on this. Work it, baby. Austin and I came up with something. This spell is designed to paralyze all surveillance equipment for at least an hour. You have the remote viewing maps I made? Uh-huh. You're on your own, darling. Dazzle. Take care down there. This is the place. The shack's just a facade. They use it as a maintenance entrance. Jesus, Roger. You're ruthless. He was Delta Force security. Fuck him. You got the aniseed buns for the dog? Destroys our conditioning. Okay, the door should be behind the clock. This is amazing. It's like Batman. It just means the people who designed this place watched the same dumb TV shows as you when they were kids. We're going in the ventilation system. Everybody stay close. Shit. This is insane. Can't believe we're in here. Shh. Hey, come on. Just a second. I saw something back there. I just have to check. Christ. The porcelain train. What is that? What have they got down there? The aliens in Independence Day represent the negative side of the human psyche. There are death wish, nuclear annihilation, all that stuff. It takes our best qualities to... Who's whistling? Nobody whistled, Austin. I heard whistling. I think we're being attacked. Oh, fuck. Attacked by what? Who's attacking us? Spirits. Last time it was a 6-foot owl. It's getting cold in here. We better defend ourselves. Fast. There! Oh, shite! What's all this about? I don't know. What do you think, darling? Hey, we better get moving. She's right. I know what I saw. Well, there's nothing there now. This is freaking me out. I know, something's wrong. We made a terrible mistake. It's not just the AIDS vaccine. They've got things down here. This is where it's all happening. That thing I saw, they've got something here that'll blow the lid off everything. It's a Roswell retrieval. That's what they're keeping here. It's not a flying saucer. It's more than that. It's the implants. What? What are you talking about? What implants? We all already have the implants. Don't you understand? We've had them all along. The implants were in our polio immunizations. I can't. They can control any of us. You. Me. Roger, they taught us stuff to fight this. Use the techniques, Roger. The white flame meditation. I can't fight. Try. Your life depends on it. I have no life. I'm just a marionette. I can kill both of you before I die. Jesus, what's happening here? This shit's going right down the toilet. What's he doing? Sage. He's smoking the spirits out. Sage? He always carried around with him? Hey, check out the tele. Fuck yeah, you never know when these bastards might attack. Your mother fucks Hitler in hell. Yeah? My man fuck Hitler in Harrogate if she thought she'd get a McDonald's Happy Meal and a packet of fags out of it. Fuck off, eh? They've got witches working for them. The medicine society has to fight this shit all the time. This is no big deal. It's worse when they get big and you have to start changing shape to keep up. Emilio? Is he serious? He's fucking Native American. He speaks with unforked tongue. Fucking hell, this is madness. Is Fanny alright? Jack? I'm through. I'm in. I think he's checking in with King Mob and them. Sort of like a trance he does. It's alright, man. It's them using their mind power. Fucking weird, though, sometimes when you think about it. King Mob, Boy, Robin, they need help. I think they're in trouble. Black Science, Part 3. Sorted. I think we're in trouble. Can't this fucking piece of shit go any faster? Shit, we could ride on snails and take hours in advance of this fucking hairdryer on wheels. No hurry, Colonel Friday. Our enemies have reached a dead end. Have we immobilized their backup? Standard deployment of tactical poltergeist phenomena. That shit ought to tie up the away team till we can reel them in. And the fault in our local surveillance system. Boys are working on it, Quimper. Busting their baby soft asses on the problem, you can bet. Don't worry, we got the bastard. Got him good. Ah, that look in their eyes when they know they have been broken. That thank you. That's the bit I look forward to. Put your weapons down. Who's that in your head, soldier? Put your fucking weapons down. White flame, Roger. Get the fuckers out of your head. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up in there. Guns down. I don't think I could have used it anyway. You will be raped. That is really the only possible word for it. You will all be raped. Your degradation will be total. Your submission absolute. You will be living dead. Lieutenant Lincoln? Martin Lincoln, isn't it? From Chicago? You're worried about Elizabeth and the results of the aniocentrist, and this place is getting you down. Maybe it's just there's no windows. Martin? Can you tell me the names of Donald Duck's nephews? Yes, I can. You will betray everything and everyone you have ever... Sure, there's Huey. Cared about. Why is she? She's looking at me. She can't see me. That's it. There's Huey, and there's Dewey, and Louie. I'm in control now. I'm so sorry, Martin. Yes, sir. Orders are orders. In my... Ah! Jesus Christ almighty! Somebody help me! Robin repels Quimper's influence on the soldier's mind and takes over, forcing him to fire his gun at the other soldiers. King Mob is busy shooting the rest of the guards, and as Lieutenant Lincoln dies, his life and memories can be seen exploding out from him as he falls in a starburst of panels. Grant is just reminding us yet again the enemy are real people, not faceless drones. Just because they may serve a machine does not mean that they are one. In my mind, through she... Stop the fucking thing! Out! All you fucking assholes out of here! I want everybody on those fuckers. I want the fucking cleaners on those fucking invisible sons of bitches. Bring them fucking crawling to me. Fuck. Now look what you've done. Now look what we have to do to get you fixed up right. Potential diminishes. Reality clenches around us in an ink-black shell. No room to breathe. No feeling. No caring. No hope of change. Vision narrows. Monotonous insect humming begins. Things are stripped of all meaning, all significance, all association but that which is determined by control. We are crossing to the other side, where the outer church is. This is fucked. They're fucking onto us. They sent those spear things, didn't they? They know every move we're making. And this magic, is it? This is gonna get them out of there, yeah? Fucking Polaroid pictures? Bags full of corn? Stay with it, darling. I mean, I know it sounds a bit fucking crazy in that, but maybe we'd be better going up against the army with, like, guns and rocket launchers, don't you think? It wouldn't work. They have better weapons than we do. On the other hand, we have the best corn, darling. They operate within a rigid hierarchy. They can't even imagine how to flow with chaos. King Mob could walk into that place without a gun and still leave everyone dead. Empty-handed insurrection. They don't believe that's possible. And they don't have a clue just how good at doing the impossible we actually are. What's happening? Walls. Opening. Not walls. An empty door. Fuck! That can't be fucking happening! He's still in your head, Roger. Get the bastard out of there. He was controlling you and the other guy. Remember the training. The white flame! I am an optimist, we say, or I am unlucky, or perhaps I am an American. I am a Jew. I am a homosexual. I am heterosexual. We call the following the white flame meditation. There. Can anyone tell me exactly what this object is? It's a chair. Is that all? Does that describe the entirety of this object? It's an object with 4 legs and a thing to hold up your ass. You don't just sit down in the dirt like the rest of us dickheads. Chair. Yes, a partial description. But if you were an antique dealer, you could also describe this object of agreed worth, somewhere in the region of $250,000. If you were a specialist, you could describe the intricacies in the craftsmanship in detailed jargon. If you were Van Gogh, you might attempt to describe its soul. But where in all this description is the essential chair? Have we yet come even close to a full description of it? Do we even mention that several hundred years ago it wasn't a chair but a tree? Where is it now? Here? Or in memory? We cannot even fully describe a chair, and yet we say, I am. I am. Understand, there is no I am. Nothing is. Try to describe all that you are. Simultaneously discern the logical flaw in what I've just said. Now, feel the white flame. Endless omega bomb sirens sound in the desolation. The wings of the angels of annihilation rustling in the dead acoustics of endless steel anti-wounds. Out of time. We pause as shadows across a child's bedroom wall, absorb fear energy into our exo-soul carapace, excrete a little nightmare, and move on. Terminal condition. We arrive through the back door of the universe, walking backwards in reverse. A gate of 10 stainless steel knives fans open. Our troops in blacklight 4D dispersion suits assemble in their legions in preparation for the complete invasion of human consciousness and reality. So little time left. Once I was a little light. In the district called Suffering 8. Children smiled when they saw me in the night. When all the grown-ups were sleeping. What am I now? Loser. We are entering the church. Never. Surveillance is everywhere. Surveillance is inside. We are searching for the hospital. I don't love you. Rut 7, Subgrid 0, Hive Tesseract A, Cell 10310. In the district called Suffering 8. Doctors say it's cancer. What did you do? What happened to me? You were bought and sold, Quimper. We buy and sell everybody. Ah! Flickering of razor wings as the surgeon fish glide out of the shadows, piping and stabbing. Watching the operation excites us. We think later we will mate with each of our enemies in turn. Quimper stops screaming. Jesus, fuck! Mine just went out. Cut to bits. Shut up and pull yourself together. Now! Don't you fucking hit me again! You nearly killed us, you insane fucking bitch! You probably have killed us! Do you have any ideas at all on how we might find this alleged AIDS vaccine and get it and ourselves out of this? Break your fucking chicken legs! That's it! Now, I don't want to have to say the obvious, but we just infiltrated a high-level military installation with all the subtle nuances of the Nazis infiltrating Poland. We don't have a prayer! Actually, we do have a prayer. Number 249, plastic explosive. Amen. That's it. That's the place. I told you. You believe the lazy fucking bastard haven't even bothered to fix the door? That's why they can never hope to win. Chaos sneaks in every time. They can cover the world with cameras. They can't stop the guys in the monitor rooms from jerking off or playing the 15th sequel to Doom for the 100th time. Total bloody chaos. Christ. Shit. We gotta get our asses right out of this shit? What about the plane? Can anyone fly these things? Why is everybody looking at me? When was I supposed to have found the time to learn to fly planes? Christ, shoot a few people and suddenly everybody thinks you're James Bond. Then again, fly, brother, fly. Ha! This is never, ever again. This is lunacy. Just because they let us in don't mean they're going to let us out again. Shit! Here, give me that thing. You're going to be right behind us. Creating a diversion. It's going to be classic. This will be James Bond. We're not in a film. This place is filled with elite troops. That's elite. Hundreds. There could be thousands. I'll kill them all. They won't even see me. Give us a kiss, love. You're out of your mind, babe. Take care. Christ almighty. Okay. Hold it right there, fucking cocksucker. Hands in the air. Let's see him. You're fucked up. Put it down, motherfucker. Sure. Whatever you got in your hand, you can sit it down right now. Beep. Fuck. Lovely. Alright, that's photographs already. What now? For God's sake, darling, I'm trying to make this magic work. God, I'm staring at a blurred photograph of an aircraft hangar and trying to imagine, the National Enquirer catching Bigfoot going down on me in a motel room. Why don't you come and help me? Yeah, right. If we have to wait till I start fancying fellas in dresses, I'll be fucking dead and buried down there. Now? Now! There, hear it? Here. Like an explosion. No? You will, darling. You will. See-through. So what are we up against? Who's the guy in your head? Ultra-terrestrial? I don't know. Fucker's not human, but he's from here. They've got that thing down here, the thing from Roswell. It's not a spaceship. It's bigger than that. I saw something. I'd seen something like it when I was a kid. They were transporting it in one of these trains. I have to see it again. I'm the cat that curiosity killed. This is it. The ultimate ghost train, Roger. This is what we train for. We're right in one of their bases. This is where they've got the secret. You sure you're ready for a fight? I'm ready to kill without compunction any smart-ass, highly trained bastard that tries to stand behind me and what's down there. Be prepared. You ever a Boy Scout? Roger. Shut up. Forget Baden-Powell. Austin has begun a Native American rain dance, summoning a storm to interfere with the base's electronics. In conjunction with Lord Fanny's spell, the base is functionally dead. All automated and security systems are down. Shit, you hear that? I was like, the mountain just fell down. Must be the diversion King Mob promised. Diversion? Sounds like he just started World War III. So, what is it with you two anyway? When did it get physical? I don't know, it just happened overnight after one of Mason's dinner parties. It was a couple of months after you and Fanny took Jack to New York. It was supposed to be just, physical, like you said. But I'm getting really jealous of what's-her-name, Jolly Roger back there, and I know she's a lesbian, but they train together, and they seem to understand each other so well. What am I talking about? This is ridiculous. Yeah? So how ridiculous is it gonna get? You think you two got any future together? No, we don't. You got something you want to share, girl? All I'm saying is I was talking to Jim Crow when he was smuggling out of England, and he told me you said you've been born in 1988 or some shit. It's kind of unusual, know what I'm saying? You don't look 8. Why does it feel that I know everything about everybody in this group except you, Robin? Because I'm attractive and enigmatic, I hope. Why am I carrying this gun like I know what I'm doing? What good's it gonna do me in the dark? Oh. Drop your weapon. Well, look at this. Nice outfit, sweetheart. How much do you charge? Shit. I might have known our luck couldn't last. It's got nothing to do with luck. Everything's going exactly to plan. Forget Baden-Powell. It's Black Science, Part 4, Safe. During the White Train's journey from the secret base to wherever else it goes, it passes through vast underground cities all in white, as well as traveling briefly outside of reality and skimming the outer church. King Mob and Jolly Roger receive flashes of images and feelings, endless atrocities and miseries, repression and control, faceless automation. Jesus! What happened there? You see that? Jesus Christ! What just happened to us in there? There must have been something in the air supply. That was like tripping. You see all that stuff going on? What did we just see down there? This is insane. We have to go back. Forget it. Station ahead. Play dead. This is going to be easy. Christ, Roger. Give these men some respect. These are elite forces, highly skilled in counter-terrorist techniques. 2 minutes, tops. Okay, let's check it out. Terrorists. No fucking terrorist gonna fuck with me, man. 2 men down here. They've been shot up bad by the looks of. Shit. What kind of a fucking ugly-looking thing is this? sir? Did I miss something? Oh. Oh, shit. Guess I must have blanked out, 'cause... I'll rig the body, you get the weapons onto the platform. Let's cause some trouble. Choo 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 goes the train. I need someone to stash this bloody mask. How about your ass? Come on, let's go track down my team and get the fuck out of this shithole. I'm getting a real weak trace. I didn't know if it's Bambi or Bumper. Wish I wasn't so shit doing this psychic stuff. Some of your people are real hot. Shit, what the fuck's that? They're on us. And 8. Implant projection. Guider line, inner sky, 750 cycles. You are go for implant projection. Product A is better than product B. Product A is your product. Product A is your reward for your loyalty to product A. Choose product loyalty above loyalty to others. And 7. Pilots. Don't think they can even see us. I remember some nutter once told me about the government training psychic UFO pilots to beam advertising directly into our brains. I hope you told him and his UFO pilots to go fuck themselves. Creepy bastards thought scared the fucking maxi pad out from under me. You were sent to finishing school, weren't you, Roger? I can tell. The rain dance is brought on a hailstorm, and one of the guards is killed by a large chunk as the girls escape. The guards decide to get in out of the deadly storm while Robin and Boy run for the vehicles with the HIV cure. Mama, if I could talk, I'd tell you. I see the holy light. Mama, I'm in the holy light. Trace coming from up here. Feeling kind of sick. It's the first light, Mama. And there's an angel here, but it can't speak. Ain't none of us can speak here. In this land, there are no tongues. Mama, how come we forgot all this in this land? All the electronics are going crazy. An evolving viral spell Fanny and Austin cooked up must be working. Roger, what is it? This is bad shit. Level 6. What are you doing here anyways, Mama? This is what they call Nightmare Hall, remember? The genetic experimentation pens. Maybe we better take a look. Fuck! No fucking no way. No fucking way. Oh, Jesus Christ. Keep it together, Roger. They're all dead. Nobody's suffering anymore. They're all dead now. I did it. Oh, fuck. It was Bambi. They only had her a week. Do you see what they did to her face? And is that grafts? What is... How can they do that to people? Oh, fuck. Jesus, that's really... Stop thinking about it. Don't feel right, hon. They've been showing us pictures of stuff, you know, and I don't feel right. I don't really think it's gonna come right again. Maybe if I could just see a doctor. Christ almighty, I can still see him too. Well, get the bastard, yeah? We're walking out of here. Call my wife? I shouldn't be... have you got something for me to eat? It's you, isn't it? In the junkyard. I was a kid. The angel of death? Near enough. Oh, shit. I'm on kill overload. I feel sick. If we don't get out of here soon, I'm gonna start questioning the already fucking dubious morality of my actions. And that's a threat. Look, it's there. The thing from Roswell. It wasn't a spaceship. You were right. They're putting on one of those trains again. Wait a minute. Look. This is the truth about everything. You fucked with my head and you're gonna die like a dog. That's my New Year's resolution, you little midget prick. I can only see in gray now. In the gray frequencies. There are things hidden there. All around you. If you only knew. Soon I'll forget I ever missed the color. None of my puppets has ever broken free of my control before. You hurt me. You and that other who should not have touched me. Her soon. You now. My master is close behind me. My master is like a tiger. Big deal. Who the fuck are you? How come I remember you like it's some fucked up old uncle touching me up in Tursville, Missouri? I sat bright-eyed on the edge of your bed when you were too young to do other than believe in me. I was your imaginary playmate, your faithful invisible friend. I was a little light. Do you understand what I am? Sure, you're fucking dead from where I'm standing, dopey. The other woman, your lover, was made eager to join us. She is my master's whore now, as you will be soon. Look at me. Let me take control again. Have no thoughts but my thoughts. You cannot shoot. Look at me. Look at my face. I don't have to look. Not as long as I can hear you breathing, you little cock-smoking son of a bitch. Welcome to Death by Zen. I cannot die. It's alive. It's living information. Pure information from another universe. I shouldn't be doing that. Don't they know what they're doing? What are they doing to it? It's every suffering thing ever. It's what made the world the way it is. It was in Jesus on the cross. Like when you lose something or someone you love, and it feels like a huge hole's been torn through you. I feel like my heart's breaking. It's like when Jackie walked out, like when my cats died. But the dwarf says he cannot die. I'm gonna need some help proving him wrong. I'm thinking about shoving a hand grenade up his baby's soft ass and making him swallow. Ow! Fuck! Shit! Shit! Do I have your full and complete attention, assholes? You have done a most fucking audacious thing here today. I bet my ass you must be feeling like real fucking heroes of the counterculture, huh? Well, think again. Fuck! What's that shit on his legs? 4-dimensional liquid armor. Saw it before in London. Looks like the technology's been upgraded already. And you think your little flea bits make one fucking fart diameter or a difference to us? We will rebuild and we will destroy you. All of you. In the end, we'll make you destroy one another. Hear this. When our master's work is done, every living thing will have the status of a machine. There will be no creativity, only productivity. Instead of love, there will be fear and distrust. Instead of surrender, there will be submission. We will replace contact with isolation and joy with shame. Hope will cease to exist as a concept. We will cover the earth with steel and concrete. This planet will be a factory farm, producing morons to fuel and maintain the factory engine and feed our masters. There will be an electronic policeman in every head. Your children will be born in chains, live only to serve, and die in anguish and ignorance. Look around you. The process is already in its final stages. And you, like everyone else, will take your place on the production line. Maybe we'll let you be labor camp commandants. Sure is amazing what a little taste of power and a shiny uniform can do to even the most freedom-loving. So, got yourselves any smart-ass, clever one-liners now, friends? No, sir. We can't think of anything clever. Plain old fuck you's gonna have to do. Plastic explosive plus one of your trains. Fuck. What does that equal? Christ almighty. Rebuild that, you bastards. They broke saints on their wheels, Quimper. They flayed and they burned and they crushed and they hung and they gassed and they tortured and they blinded and maimed and brainwashed. Kid stuff. I'll show those bastards. Fucking kid stuff. Oppenheimer said, I am become death, the shatterer of worlds. And that incantation, that spell, at that moment opened the door out of our world. Oppenheimer, secret priest of Azathoth, the idiot god of nuclear chaos, had accomplished his work as programmed. And when the bomb exploded, a rupture occurred and something impossible entered the universe, downloading into our reality on the 2nd of July, 1947 at Roswell in New Mexico. The shockwaves of its entry into 3D space reverberated backwards, forwards, and sideways through space-time. This is the true meaning of the biblical fall. Try to understand this impossible it as an angel, a god, fallen into the world it had created. An artist trapped in its own masterpiece. It became the property of black scientists. Black science. The thing that crashed into our reality at Roswell in 1947 is the creator of our universe. Its vivisection began almost immediately. Scalpels opened the seals and everything went wrong everywhere simultaneously. This secret lies behind all the wars and the Holocaust, the assassinations, the slavery, the power of governors and governments over people. And firstborn of the secret are its jealous protectors, the Archons, lost kings of the earth. At the feet of these counterfeit powers, our rulers pray and make sacrifice without realizing what it is they've awoken. Can you feel them there, on the edge of your bad dreams? In the endless, floodlit cells of the reverse universe, the armies of the outer church are gathering their millions. Stealth armor continually scanning for and imitating human nightmares, waiting for the order to come and it to begin at last. The invasion. The Armageddon. Yeah! Not today, you bastards. Not today. Let's go. Is that Portuguese? Is he okay? Nightmares, waiting for the order to come and for it to begin at last. The invasion. The Armageddon. Fucking hell. Fanny's off in a trance again. Every time I say Fanny, I crack up, man. Got no sense of humor, Americans. Okay, I know we got the HIV vaccine here, and it's champagne time, but I just had a great idea. Let's never have to pull off a miracle like that again. Come on, we're bloody brilliant. Bet you never expected success like this on your first night out as leader, Rags. Look, I'm not sure how to do this, but I think we have to talk about our future soon. Literally. This is what you get when you gaze into the abyss. A little splinter of Quimper working its way towards her heart. Prologue in San Francisco. I'm in love with this beautiful burrico. I know she's not real, but that's why I love her. Are you still playing those virtual rapist demos? If we're caught with them, I'll be hung by my balls from the flagpole at the headquarters of the Sega Corporation. Why don't you do some work for once, Takashi? I want to keep my job to make money to meet girls that don't exist. Shh, get your camera, Shoji. Write down the date, the time. Tell them I want my Nobel Prize in green. This is it. I figured it out. Grandfather. I think I know how to make a time machine. Japan, now, 1945. Frog sits on a lily pad. Frog jumps. It's about time. Time machine go. San Ildefonso Pueblo, now. Mason, it's not bad news, is it? No, sorry, it's just the facts of my research team, the Japanese kids I told you about. This is... Am I reading this right, Robin? Time machine go. Does it mean what I think it means? It means I've been away from work way too long. Okay. Protestant work ethic kicking in, Mason. Afraid so. I better arrange some transportation to San Francisco. So what's up? This better be worth all the shit we've been through, that's all I'm saying. What if our chemists say it's just water? What are the chances we really got an HIV cure on our hands, Fanny? Higher than you think, darling. Listen, I used to have a client, a pharmacist. His name was Tony. Beautiful wife, 2 girls, but he had this thing for boys in high heels. Anyway, he told me it's all shit, darling. The big pharmaceutical companies have cures for everything, from the common cold to cancer. But it's not in their interest for people to get well. Think about it. Most of the medicines you buy are designed to prolong the conditions they're supposed to cure. It's a multi-billion-dollar scam. No way. Do you really think they've done it? This is the thing, isn't it? This has all got to do with that photograph you're carrying around and this big secret we're still waiting to hear. Look, the time hasn't been right. There's too many people around all the time. Listen, if we can just go with Mason to the West Coast, I can explain everything. But we've seen Takashi in the time suit and... Takashi? Trust me on this. Robin, look, I'm not telepathic, you know? You gotta stop talking to us because everyone's getting... Hey, quit necking, you two. Guess what we just found? Tequila party, you bastards! Las Vegas, now. The Supreme Truth was a Japanese doomsday cult responsible for a deadly sarin gas attack in a Tokyo subway in 1995. Their leader was viewed as Christ by his followers, such as Shizuka, who hears his voice telling him to do things when he watches him on a videotape. Did you hear that, Yoshio? Of course I didn't. It's only you the guru speaks to that way. Come on, let's clean up here. Time to move on. My friend Shizuka here is not a bad man. He does what must be done, and he does it with all his heart. We are not sadists. We wish only to purge you of bad karma. It's not coincidence that led you here, but your own need to balance things. You must have been very bad indeed in your past lives. No. What's he doing? Please, tell him not to hurt us. What's he gonna do? I will cut off your penis and use it to rape your girlfriend. And so, when you are born again into life, you would do well to remember this. Be good. San Francisco, now. But King Mob sent us here on a mission, yeah? A fucking eye-opener this, eh? At ease, alright, if you come up? Saturday night. I wanna dance, man. I'll even dance with you. You couldn't stand the pace, darling. I'm from Rio. I'd eat you alive. I could dance the arse off you any day of the week. Hey, I'm going to ask you this. You're a guy, right? You want to be a girl, yeah? So how come you don't just get the operation? I don't need an operation, Jack. I'm not sick. And a girl with a dick is still a... Shh, here they come. Oh my God. Darlings, what wonderful costumes. This is Pierrot, and this, Columbine, I can see invisible things. You are looking for the hand of glory, this way to the Harlequinade. What's all this? These are the people we came here to meet. Fucking posers. What's this fucking dodgy art school wank, man? Where we going? On an adventure, sweetheart. Alright. I better have a sound system. Dancing shoes at dawn. Berkeley, now. Last I heard from you was that mad postcard from Australia and then a couple of phone calls at Christmas. Is this pleasure or the Manson girls with you? All staying at the Marietta Market, courtesy of Mason Lang, the New Age billionaire. He reckons one of his research people has figured out how to make a time machine, and, well, this bit's supposed to be pleasure, coming to see you. The rest is business, and the girls are just people, Jackie. Christ, he's making this bit too far-fetched. You seeing anyone? Just people, you know. Nothing serious. Yeah. All's a hard act to follow. Mm-hmm. So why'd you have to get into black magic and killing people? It's not black magic. Look, I couldn't just sit back and watch, not when I found out what was going on. These people, these things were fighting. They want to enslave everyone and everything. They won't be able to. It's only you fighting them that gives them strength. To fight the Empire is to be infected by its derangement. Whoever defeats part of the Empire becomes the Empire. It proliferates like a virus. Thereby it becomes its enemies. Philip K. Dick. I memorized it after the last time we had this argument. Philip K. Dick is dead, alas. What's that supposed to mean? Everything in the universe is going exactly to plan, Gideon. We don't have to do anything. Surely you can see you've ended up needing your enemy to make you who you are. You couldn't live without them now. Pollux. Zenva, I just can't be bothered. Maybe you can happily sit there and watch our freedom and our souls being taken away, hoping some benevolent non-entity from the sky is going to save us all at the last second. I have to do something. So how is your mum? Piss off. Don't start. You're running around shooting people like they're nothing. You're fucked up, Gideon. You're not cool. You're not a hero. You're just a murderer. I can't talk to you about any of this. Come on, Jackie. Let's not fight. It's what you're good at. Oh, Gideon. On the table if you want me to give you a massage. Do you want the lime-scented oil or just the ordinary stuff? Might as well try the lime. You didn't used to have all these scars. You didn't used to have red hair. Sometimes I think I'm drawn to the devil's daughter. Ow. Don't you ever wish there was some way to get us back together with that feeling we had? Nothing else is working like that worked. When I'm all done with guns, you're the first person I'll call. There's a death guard tattooed on your bum. How am I supposed to fancy a killer? You were a writer when I knew you. Does that hurt? No. Well, it should. You're holding a lot of tension here in your shoulders. Yeah, I'm looking after her for a friend. Somewhere we're laughing at this, Jackie. The real us. Remember that time we were tripping on mushrooms at Boris, but it was just you and me, like our two souls had melted together? It was like a whole universe of love. A place where there's nothing left of us but pure, uncut heart. A place outside time where there are no lies and no misunderstandings, because everyone is part of everyone else. Eternal pulse of love, 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 love. 120 BPM, 3 a.m. in the best nightclub ever. Then the sun came up and we all got thrown out, and I let go of your hand for just a minute, and you disappeared into a sea of strangers. I still love you. I can't help it. And all the other pointless, soppy things he'd intended to say. 3rd of November, 1985, the day he met her. He slams in undertones taped and floors the pedal. The Bay Bridge begins to strobe like a Marinetti painting. San Fran turns manga. Teenage kicks right through the night. San Francisco, now. So, what exactly is this thing, Takashi? It doesn't look much like a time machine. You're gonna have to explain this to me. It's a problem of geometry, Mr. Lang. In our subjective universe, we experience 3 dimensions of space and 1 of time. However, I believe time, like space, also has more than 1 dimension. Bathroom? Think of time-space as a multidimensional, self-perfecting system in which everything that has ever or will ever occur occurs simultaneously. I believe time-space is a kind of object, a geometrical supersolid. I believe it may even be a type of hologram in which energy and matter themselves are byproducts of the overlapping of two higher systems. Maybe you should just write this down. Everything is on disk, Mr. Lang. Think of it this way. Where is the past? Where is the future? Undeniably, they exist, but why can't you point to them? The only way to do that is to jump up from the surface of time-space and see all of history and all our tomorrows as a single object I believe it is. The invention of the airplane gave us mastery of the third spatial dimension. Now we have to build a machine capable of freeing us from the single time dimension we inhabit. And you know what? I think my great-grandfather's origami is from the future. I think I will send it back to him from a time to come, so that it will pass down through my family to inspire my efforts. I believe, Mr. Lang, that I have already invented the time machine, and I have sent its image back to guide me toward its creation. In 1945, he makes the final fold. The frog's leg muscles release kinetic energy. In America, J. Robert Oppenheimer studies his wristwatch too intently. Airflow gently rearranges grains of sand in the raked garden. In the future, a girl with red hair is talking to his great-grandson. In the future, there will be no future. Robin is about to tell Takashi about the photograph she has, but before she can, the Ulm Supreme Truth cultists invade Takashi's lab and shoot Robin in the head. Beneath her skin is a net of circuitry on a metal plate. Shoji told them of the time machine in an attempt to escape the coming of Doomsday, which they call Harumageddon. He also tells them the American is Mason Lang, the billionaire. They say that his misunderstanding of their teachings shows that he does not have good karma, and they execute Shoji as they claim that Harumageddon is already here. The cultists leave with Takashi, Boy, and Mason, leaving Robin for dead and also leaving a bomb set to explode in 4 minutes. The elevator opens and they're fighting with Boy as Mason pleads for her life. King Mob charges into one of them in the elevator as the other throws Boy into the wall. The cultists manage to get out with Mason while Boy warns King Mob about Robin and the bomb. He takes the elevator up and yells at Boy not to come after him. Only 7 seconds remain. King Mob tackles Robin as she wakes up, yelling to her to establish a telepathic link with him just as the timer reaches 0. Boy watches the bomb explode, taking the entire lab with it. San Francisco. Robin? KM? Tell me you survived this shit. Somewhere else. Oh my god. Where are we? What happened? What just happened there? What is that thing? It's okay. Everything's... Ow! Did I get shot? I got shot. Takashi was talking about time as an object, and somebody walked in and shot me. Was there a bomb? I can't seem to get... It's okay. Just stay calm. Japanese gangsters by the looks of them. They took Mason and Takashi? Sounds like he's an old pal. I knew him when he was older. Look, I'm not crippled. I know, but you've been losing blood, and I just pushed you to another universe, and that'll take it out of anybody. Wait. Go. That we've been scanned. We can pass. Pass where? Say again what you said a minute ago. You heard me. We're in another universe. Well, we always were, I suppose. Our reality is the pattern on the wallpaper, and this place is the wall. Right. So, how come I feel like I've been here before? Because you have, but you came as a psychic projection. You probably thought it was just a shared thought space, like the telepathic equivalent of an internet discussion room or something. No. Wait a minute. Solomon's house. Yeah, this is the real thing. Solomon's house, the house with wings, the academy, the school of shadows. It's real, Robin. Say hello to the invisible college. The girl most likely to. Okay, it's real, but it looks like a medieval university. It smells like a Hindu temple, and, where is it real? See the fish symbol on the wall? That explains everything. Hang on. Friar Dick, Friar Talk. Kiss my cherries, all my brothers. Passcode accepted. What? You told me I had to open a telepathic link, didn't you? Then you hit my back. It's the only way to get you out of there before the bomb went off. Tom O'Bedlam taught me way back. I think he showed Jack how to do it too. Oh my god. I feel as though I could be dying. It's just some kind of mad final vision I'm getting. There you go. I mean, you got your anti-nanomachine bracelet and your mysterious photograph, and Well, I thought it was time I freaked the shit out of you for once. So what's the bracelet all about then? A fast-breeding nanoswarm went rogue in 2010 and caused a kind of worldwide flu epidemic. The bracelet detects swarms and transmits a disorganizing signal. I shouldn't be telling you this.
What year?
They sent me back from 2012. This is too... I feel weird. I feel sick. This is science fiction.
Afraid not, love. This is our lives. I'll soon get you fixed up in here.
Wait a minute. What is this?
It's sort of a hospital. Listen, I have to ask, that metal thing in your head. Please don't tell me I've been shagging an android. Oh, please do tell me I've been shagging an android.
Don't be ridiculous. It's an implant. They're as common as tattoos or piercings where I come from. This one augments latent psychic talent. Listen, I don't need this, Gideon. I'm fine, really.
You're concussed and wounded. Just lie back and think of England. You take care, and I'll be back later to hear about the future.
Where are you going? I feel really tired.
I can't stay. I've been meddling shit I don't understand. Relax and keep breathing. Things might get a bit odd before you fall asleep. If it starts to get uncomfortable, or if it seems like an abduction experience, just remember this. They're not aliens.
Why am I so...
They never were aliens. They're antibodies.
Who told you? Little doctors. Remember, we're conceived by gentle crime and quantity of semen. Dr. Machin, Dr. Magpie, wanton bad girl, wanting my pie. Kay, hey, listen.
I'm pretty abstract right now, sis.
Soothsayer terminated my child.
Did that new wetcore hypo, but it's a pirate copy. Pretty low-fi. Get the fuck Shay Fox for half an hour, but you can't come. I just gotta get into something's gonna make me come, Kay says. Kay, Ragged Robin, whatever. Shay Fox. Same fucking dick tease on every fucking station.
Bollybop beats from Bombay to BC World Web. Select K-Motion on your menu screen for the slow previews of the Transit Armatra hypo. Your dreams are realities.
Is there anything important?
Not really. I'm just going to the past for a while. I might never see you again. That's all.
No shit.
Hey, baby K. Me, she, go, go, flow, and gender blend perfora, text, and quintal give with oodles of noodles till 4 a.m. Bang! Stop trying to pretend you're on something interesting, Slade. Slade this guy slumming for the under 12 day clubs. You don't like him fucking Anon, says. You wonder what it's like when me and your brother fuck? No. We don't fuck. He's fixated on that cast mark shit on the fox's head. Kinda turns me on, says. Not fucking. What's he on? Couple of Be Serene patches. He says it's the eye of God, says. The cast mark is God's eye.
Placental immunomatrix dissolving the prematerials. Was you gonna say, Kay? Techno-occult got the truth. She evolving omnimatrix. We're all shimmering slaves, even the masters, Temperaxis.
Techno-occult are financed by the conspiracy. You know that. Look, Toby, I just wanted to say bye, and... Toby?
Diffractal hologrammer insinuating uniterminal psychosis.
Bye, Toby. I love you. See you when you're small.
All will be well. All will be well, and all manner of things will be well. Bob won't rave again, thanks to iSpy Auto Surveillance Systems, your electronic conscience. Those new iSpy systems look set to consign conventional smart cams and tags as the history files. Bad news for Ruben Zion, the orthodox activist who turned government surveillance footage of his apartment into an ongoing performance art multimedia success story. Select Zion on your menu for details. Now, other news.
It's no worse than the flu of 2010, say the experts, but the doomsayer Dr. Clem Kendrick claims a colony of microscopic robots which escaped from a laboratory in Singapore could be self-replicating plague machines poised to destroy the world. The rogue nanos are attacking matter itself at the subatomic level, claims Dr. K. That's bad news in any language.
Shit. This blob of incoherent so-called magic matter found in Singapore's Changi airport is anything to go by. The whole world could be due for a molecular meltdown for Christmas Day.
Ouch.
Dr. Kendra is being alarmist. Even in a worst-case scenario, all we'd have to do is program hunter-killer nanoswarms to eliminate this so-called magic matter virus. No one is in any danger whatsoever, say the experts.
You have selected traffic report for menu options. Traffic in the Bay Area is light due to fuel restrictions and preparations for tonight's end-of-the-world flashback parade. Select parade on your menu for details.
The ancient Mayan calendar runs out tomorrow morning, and some true believers are anticipating the end of time at 8 a.m. If it ends, it ends, trip guru Terrence McKenna, whose fractal time wave graph also predicts the apocalypse, told TNN. It's the sort of thing we thought went out of fashion 12 years ago, but for some people it seems the apocalypse just never knows when to stop. TerraNet News, serving the information neurohighway from dawn till dawn. Menu select, soap, Dolly Boys Down Under. Bert, I'm having it done. I'm being shaved to be your non-bitch. Fuck's name, Magoo. Stand and deliver. This soap is being detoured by bandit broadcasters. I'm just an actor. My performance is not more important than your life. Stop watching. We're false images designed to sell you products by exploiting your insecurities, to make you spectators in your life, not participants. Let me make you happy, Bert. Please forgive the interruption of programming. Ignore false slogans. The terrorists will be dealt with in due course. Menu selection, Dolly Boys Down Under. Magoo, you know I can never be happy. The time suit is ready, more or less. Is that dry Japanese wet, Takashi? Please just tell me everything's okay. I know I can send you into the past, no problem. You have to get back to save the future. That's the most important thing. You must get back and the photograph. Oh God, you must give me the photograph when you meet me. Okay. Give her a fucking break, Takashi. She gets back. She does everything right, remember? We were there, man. Hey, alright, love? Jack! Oh my God, you made it. I knew you wouldn't let me down. This stuff's amazing. It's liquid hologram screen. TV in a bottle. I had to have it, darling. Promise me something, Robin, dear. When you meet me and I'm young and glamorous, there's a very special message you must pass on. Tell me to diet. You're sitting right in front of me, Fanny, and, well, you know, I must have forgot. Right, I gotta back to Liverpool in time to meet the Buddha on the road and all that, so... Let's have a toast, Fanny. I've been waiting for this for years. Here's to no future, darling. Yeah, no future. You're nuts. First thing you ever said when I met you. I'm Ragged Robin. I'm nuts. I better write that down. I don't think I can deal with you being a kid. I mean, I rely on you to get me through shit, Jack. Shit. I'm really scared. Why did it have to be me? You were the bravest, love. Sorry. This is it, right? This is what we all fought for and died for. It's all about to happen. You're going to be the first person to travel through time. No. It had to be me because it was me. Jesus, look at the clothes I'm going to have to wear. How am I supposed to live in a world without Perforitex, Jack? Time machine goal plus 16 minutes. Takashi? Listen, I know this is a stupid question, but, what time is it, Takashi? 7:45 a.m. Pacific. Bear with me, Robin. Genius is mysterious. I want to get this right. You don't want to end up in the Triassic era. No, but it's just really hot and... Takashi! Oh, jeez! Takashi! Get her out of here, Takashi. Last chance. Don't live near the time suit, Fanny. Oh, no. Oh, no. Takashi, get me! It felt like skipping ropes. The motion, and I went out of space and time. I could see all of it, and it wasn't exactly below me. It was something else. I'd moved in a direction I hadn't even thought of until then. But what happened to the others? What happened after I left? That's what I keep thinking. Phoenix has landed. Confirm re-entry. Oh, God. Oh, God. You've been living with this? Jesus, Robin. It was the last thing I saw. Everything coming apart. The Archons breaking through. Takashi can't fight that. I have to get back. But to get back, I have to show Takashi the photograph. It's the final confirmation of his theory or something. If he doesn't see it, he can't fix the time suit. And once he's fixed it and sent me back, he'll know how to build it, even though it takes 15 years. You're 33. I just realized. I thought you were about 10 years younger than me. You look really amazing. We all did. It was the future. 60 was middle age. Cross, you're brilliant. I've been sleeping with a girl from the future. If somebody told me that when I was 14 and wanking up with Barbarella pictures and famous monsters, how did you do it? How'd you live here without telling anyone? If I had to go back and live in 1980, I'd go mad. I did go mad. I was in a mental hospital in Portland for 2 years before I met you. Thank God for the photograph. This thing? Doesn't feel like a photograph. What's the story, Rags? What was going on when we were in New Mexico that day? I watched my parents take a photograph of me when I was 8. I remembered the lady on the roof. I confirmed Takashi's theory, like I said. In 2009, when I met him, Takashi asked me if I had a photograph of myself as a child in New Mexico, Then he showed me an old cracked enlargement of the sky from a shot of New Zealand in 1990, that one you're holding. It was in both pictures, the exact same cloud formation. They fixed my head? Yeah, I was saying, Takashi started talking about how fractal patterns repeat themselves through time, like the backgrounds in cartoons. He told me the entire universe is much simpler than we thought. It looks like he's right. I saw it in New Mexico. I compared a detail of a cloud seen in Queenstown in 1990 to a New Mexican cloud in 1996, and they were identical. Barbarella. That's what I love about you. You're so shallow.
That's me, babe. Listen, you must know what happens to all of us.
Yeah, I do. So you said this explains everything. I must be missing something. It's some Christian thing, isn't it?
It's called a Vesica Pisces. Most of the people of Jesus Saves bumper stickers don't realize the fish is actually a map of reality. Extend the curves, see? And you get two intersecting circles. They knew. Those early Gnostics knew. They were telling us what the true Christ told them. See? It's a primitive diagram of how a hologram works. That little section is us. All of time and space contained in that lens shape.
Two universes?
More like meta-universes, I suppose you'd call them. They exist on a higher scale. This one, is healthy. The others become terminally sick, deranged. Our universe is a hologram formed by their overlap. The Academy occupies something like space on the boundary wall of the healthy meta-universe. The Archon's outer church lies on the periphery of the infected meta-universe. The healthy meta-universe is trying to save us before it disengages from its dying twin and space-time collapses. Let me show you something.
Oh my God! Oh, Jesus Christ, what is that?
It's okay. This is where our reality disintegrates into the large-scale structure of whatever's out there. Beyond this, things are going on that we can't even conceptualize. Time and space start to get weird here on the perimeter. They start turning into something else. Can you see it? Like shutters opening and closing.
Feeling kind of sick. Where are you? What is this? Why am I hearing you in my head? It's like you feel like a memory or deja vu?
That's it. It all turns to living memory.
Can we stop this?
Here, step back out of it. Give me a hand.
What? I don't know where your hand is. Jesus Christ. You know how to show a girl a good time, don't you? Sometimes I wonder if the time machine causes the end of everything. Maybe it was something that never should have been made, like the bomb. What if I have to go back and the enemy's won? What do I do? It's terrifying me.
I don't think they win. The antibodies are appearing everywhere in our world now. I just don't know if we win either. I'm shooting people, and it never seems to end. There's all those Moorcock books. I wanted to be Jerry Cornelius, the English assassin. I wanted the guns and the cars and the girls and the chaos. Shit. I've ended up a murderer. My karma's a bloody minefield.
Why does this have to be us? Don't you sometimes wish you just didn't know? I mean, those men were serious. What if they killed Akashi or Mason? What if it's all gone wrong? Christ, what if it's all gone right? Which is worse? What do we do?
Robin, we wanted this. We wanted to be special and important and cool, and look, here we are. So what can we do but lie in the beds we made? You saved the future from the past, and I killed the bad guys like they'd never been killed before. Young man, we need only the knowledge in your head. Everything else is superfluous.
Shoji, you just shot him.
The master Ashihara failed us, but in the end, he was only the forerunner of what we shall be. The ideals of the Om Shiva organization still attract the brightest Japanese minds, the nonconformists. Our friend Shoji was typical. He wanted to meet sexy girls, and he'd heard the lies we spread about our orgies. His karma was rotten.
I can't tell you anything. All I have is the theory. Please.
I want a time machine, not a theory. Do you have any idea how serious this situation is? I am a reasonable man. Shizuka is different. He was a big boss in the Yakuza before he came to Aum. Shizuka has a hobby from his prison days. He pushes razor blades under his skin and then lets them scab over until he needs them.
He believes the master still speaks to him through a video cassette. If they could only know Hollywood, they would make a movie of Shizuka's life. No! There are men who live by terror. I myself, I am simply a servant. I balance the books. I manage karma. Yeah! What happens is what happens. It can go one way or another. Now, we wish to hear a full description of this time machine and its operation. Or, count to 20 and then blind him, Shizuka. Tell them anything, Takashi! For God's sake, stop! What do you want? How much money do you want? Mr. Lang, please, keep your voice down. I despise people like you who can only see the world in terms of money. Money is a ghost haunting the world. That is all. A ghost has made you its slaves. My father was like you. I do not offer that information as an insight into my psychology. I simply despise you. You and men like you are the cause of our destruction. Remind me why you're alive. Oh, God. 14, 15, 16. This office is known only to agents of Aum. This entire floor space is deserted. No one can find you here. Remind me why you're alive. Is that too difficult to ask? 17, 18, 19. Before the count of 20, King Mob kicks the door in and shoots Shizuka in the jaw and the stomach. He shoots the other cultists several times, starting with his gun hand. Shizuka aims his weapon. King Mob empties his clip into Shizuka, even as he tries to pull a razor from under his skin. The sound of the atoms splitting. Oh my God. Oh shit. Mason, everything's okay. It's me, Robin. Hollywood's finished. I'm sorry. It's okay. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Takashi. My God, they slashed his face. They slashed him with a razor. That poor boy. Oh shit. Takashi, deep breathing. Come on, Takashi. I know it hurts bad, but trust me, you'll be okay. Liquid lens technology gets infinite in 4 years. You okay? Fine. Oi, back up. Boy, come in now. Bang, bang, you're dead. Thought she was the leader. Shit, how many times can you shoot 2 guys? All I'm saying is I feel it's unethical. What? Come on, Robin. Ethics went flying out the window when he slashed the kid's face from Alaska to Tierra del Fuego. Yeah, but you're asking her to take psychological risks. I'd do it if I could. We have to know what these bastards are all about. We've just been through shit, you know? Our lives might depend on this. We have to know. Boy's right. I'm the leader. It's got nothing to do with psychological risks. I'll decide. And don't you start yelling at everyone because your ex blew you out this morning. I'm warning you. You've been reading my mind. Well, you shouldn't be thinking so loud. Okay. I'm sorry. Been losing it a bit. This has been a very strange day so far. You're the leader, Rags. You get him to talk. Please. I can't do it. I'd better unlock him then, huh? Only 2, 3 years old, and Mommy looked so beautiful with the trees above. The doctor said I couldn't have kids anyway. Stick to the point, Yoshio. It's easier that way. The time machine. Take us into the future, there to watch Harumageddon as it occurs, to return with perfect knowledge of how to bring it about. But I've learned something new. Harumageddon isn't coming. It is here already. This is how the collapse appears to those condemned to live in it. Harumageddon is happening now. In 1945, and in 1901 he finds the curious origami sculpture in another garden. It feels familiar and strange at the same time. In 1909 he teaches his daughter how to fold the paper, and in 1997 his great-great-grandson discovers in the same shape the key to time travel. He makes the final crease, and folds time, and folds space. A splash of water. So that's it? I broke open every emotional defense he had just to find out they wanted a piece of technology to bring about the end of the world? All this for that? Yeah, well, story of humanity. Sorry I had to go in there. Shizuka? What? Yeah, I need to lie down. There's a moral here somewhere. I'm sure it's a good one.
Hey, this guy just died. If anybody's keeping score. Fucking amazing view. This place must cost a fortune. So why'd King Mob send us here anyway? Who are these wankers are hanging about with? Perverts or something? Or something. There's a lot of strange stories about the Harlequinade. What do you think of King Mob, Jack? Honestly. He's dead cool, alright? Don't get us wrong, but it's fucked up, man. All that guns and ammo shite. I shot that one guy that time. Fucking did my head in, Fanny. I don't know how he does it. I don't know why we have to do it that way sometimes. Bed's an antique, yeah? It's a Chinese opium bed worth $500,000. I've been having these insane dreams about Robin and some strange little man I know from somewhere. Jack Frost, Lord Fanny, please come with me. How do you do that thing where you both talk? There is really only one of us. You may stay and watch Columbine, your sister, fold space if you wish, but the effect on primate perceptual apparatus can be unsettling. Eh? My sister? What? Our sister. How we've missed you. Strike sentiment feedback. Replace logic gap if you'll both follow me. Some weird happened there with just the E. Everything's weird if you look at it right, Jack. Allow me to introduce the invisible prince, Harlequin. Hello. What can you give us in return for this thing you were brought here for? Perhaps we could put the boy in a dress and you in a soldier suit and have you fuck for us. Yeah, that'll be fucking right. Don't come to fucking role-playing elves and fucking dungeon shite with me, man. Sitting there in the fucking bog. He doesn't wear dresses. We're going to dance for you. Dance? Why should your dancing entertain us? Because we're the best. Because you can tell all your friends that you sat on your toilet and watched Brazil's most gorgeous transvestite bruja and the coolest little shit from Liverpool dance their asses off while you took a crap. Or whatever it is you think you're doing. Now's your chance. You better be as good as you think you are, sweetheart. Party. These two are my favorites. Can you see the dazzle all around? How strange. Sad like far away. Like children far away. They talk in emotional aggregates. We're the same, darling, Jack. You and me. Poor, shit-eating poor. The poor are the best dancers in the world. Yeah, you can put it like that. You're alright, Fanny. For a fella in a dress and that, you're alright. Oh, so some fucking poops are alright now? It's a start. I said they're alright, man. I'm a fucking space cadet, alright? I said they're alright. I don't would be one. Who's asking you to be one? Jack, I like you, but you're not my type. So what's the matter with me? We nearly there yet? Got a fucking chill. Coming right off that E now. What was the point of all that? What King Mob want to send us into that? What happened tonight anyway? I don't... Dancing. Because we're the best dancers. Fuck yeah. It's like a test, you remember? You remember them weird things coming? Like blobs? What was that all over us? Must have been trips in that E. But they gave it to us. Because of our dancing. Here, remember? Shit. Is it real? Is it real? They actually just gave it to us? Hang on a minute. It's coming. No way. No fucking way. Silent thunder strikes the water. Of course, he thinks. And then the opposite of thought begins. Hiroshima. Now. It is August 6th, 8:16 a.m. It is 1945. Of course. Opening suddenly, like a door, he passes into understanding. 1924, New York City. Here, give me your hand. Only if you promise not to keep it longer than I need it, Mr. Scat. The hand is the book of our life, but only some can read the lines. I was taught by my grandmother. You're a promiscuous young woman, ain't you? You're looking for trouble, and you always know where to find it. But you don't take it serious. That's your downfall. There'll be betrayals, and you won't even see 'em coming. 2 marriages and a whole ocean of weeping. But your lifeline is long and very deep. Well, that's rather good news, isn't it? Dear Freddy,
I had the strangest dream last night.
Is it? That's for you to find out.
How very extraordinary you are, Mr. Scat. If we're not going to dance, I suggest we conclude our business.
Papa Scat don't never dance or sing or cut up unless he wants to. We leave now, we're going to miss out on Miss Josephine Baker's performance.
Josephine and I have enjoyed the pleasure of one another's company on several occasions, and I'm not your little girl, Mr. Scat. One glance at the two of us ought to be enough to confirm that. I am Lady Manning, and my family can trace its lineage back to the Norman conquests.
My family goes all the way back to the doggone people in Africa. 6,000 years ago, we opened the dog door to the outside and let the Namo in. My ancestors were trading with the Shining Ones when yours were daubing reindeer on the walls of the family cave. I believe the world is far older and stranger than a high-toned, teasing English gal can even imagine. What do you believe in, little girl?
I believe in the modern world, Mr. Scat. I believe in the automobile, and the Charleston, and the dry martini. I believe that nothing we know will ever be the same again. Now, give me your hand. The hand of glory, please.
Sensitive Criminals, Part 1. Poor Little Rich Girl. The seed Quimper placed in Robin's mind appears to be taking root and growing as she guides King Mob into a role-play scenario of dominance and submission and plays around giving herself a Quimper makeup job over one eye. 1997, Paris.
Gideon, it's not even 5 o'clock in the morning, dear. Yes, I know, the curse of the elderly. The thought of that somewhat eternal rest waiting just around the corner does tend to make one savor the waking moment. Isn't that a curious coincidence? Yes, I was just thinking about those times. No, I was writing one of my letters to Freddie. Tom, whatever. The word you're looking for is eccentric, dear, not senile.
Nah, I'm some hospital in San Francisco. Nah, I'm fine. No, I recovered from that. We're here with a friend, Takashi. He's a Japanese kid. Oh, no, I don't suppose he does sound Norwegian.
I did happen to catch a little news item about the bombing and the deaths of 2 Japanese men, members of some awful cult. Yes, I know we belong to an awful cult, too. Yes. So, you're heading off into my memories tonight. How very odd that is, isn't it? Gideon, tell me you're not going through with this insane search for the hand of glory. No. Oh, no. You have it? Gideon, please. No, that thing is cursed. It's quite as simple as that. Yes, you know what you're doing. That's what we all said. All right, I won't go on. But before you proceed, try to remember what that ghastly thing did to Tom and to your friend John. I'm sure you think you're quite invulnerable, but you're the only one of my lovers still left alive, Gideon. I would miss you terribly. Please, don't underestimate the hand. You were in my dream, Freddie. Dear Freddie, you were my special project, the awkward caterpillar cousin I set about transforming into a social butterfly. I'm so sorry. The guilt never seems to go away, especially not this morning when time seems so soft and pliable. I was too busy indulging myself to care what I was doing to you. I didn't know. Freddie, we could share one another's thoughts, and still you hid your sadness from me, and I didn't know.
She shagged everybody, old Edith. Picasso, Aleister Crowley, Scott Fitzgerald, Tallulah Bankhead. She was the brightest of the bright young things. She was a tantric sex adept when most women were still getting over the shock of being given the vote. Some wine, Takashi, darling? If only I'd worn my nurse's uniform. I met her in Benares about 10 years ago, and she was in her 80s then. It was mad. This was before I'd shaved my head, but she recognized me. She knew my name, and she told me we'd met before. She sounds like a very nice old lady. Nice. She was a bloody lunatic. Thing is, Takashi, and this is the thing, apparently we met in 1924. What? 1924, India. Mr. Reddy says that Benares is one of the most outrageously holy cities in the entire world, much more so than Rome. They say that if one bathes here at the moment of death, one need never suffer rebirth. Isn't it simply marvelous, Reddy?
I would much rather be born 1,000 times as a coal miner than dip even one toe in that filthy open sewer. Freddie, you're appalling. This is the Ganges. It's the most sacred river in India. Look! Oh, I despise India, Edie. It's quite the most beastly place I've ever had the misfortune to visit. Too hot, it's too wet, it's too hideously sacred. I do wish you'd stop being so terribly morbid all the time. Your father's been dead for over a month now, and all this moping is becoming exceedingly dull. Oh, Freddie, we're here and we're alive. We must indulge our senses to the limit. We must experience everything. Everything. Including dysentery, I suppose. Yeah, I've just been baptized a Hindu or something. Isn't it utterly extravagant? Your Mr. Reddy is desperately trying to be noticed, Edie. Perhaps he'd be more successful if he waved his 10-inch long tantric penis over the heads of the crowd. Freddie? 10.5 inches, I said. The tantric collars are the flowering essence of the human body, Lady Manning. Within your current menstrual flow, for instance, lies the key to the elixir of immortality. Your tales of vampires and undying blood drinkers are simply corruptions of this truth. I bled into the Ganges today, Mr. Reddy. It was utterly magical. Can you teach me how to live forever? Living forever and immortality are two very different things, Lady Manning. But the 16th kala is the most secret. We call it the Sadhakva kala, and by imbibing this rarest of distillations, we can alter the topography of time and space itself. Let me demonstrate something. Turn this way. Topography? Good heavens, Mr. Reddy, what a very long word. Oh! Robin finally gives Takashi her photograph, which he also says doesn't feel like a photograph. It's a detailed shot of the cloud formation from New Zealand in 1990, one identical to the one taken in New Mexico. Upon seeing it, Takashi receives the key he needs to unlock the secret of time travel. 1924, New York. You pulling a gun on me? Here? You're in a bad place, all alone, little girl. You're never alone with a revolver, Mr. Scat. And I have friends. I know. He's a 17-year-old dressing-up fool, that boy, and his name's Frederick Harper Seton. Right now, he's nervous, wondering how long to wait before he make it move. Right now, you're using your mind to tell him to shut me out, but it's too late. I just dug a bad old memory out of his head and crippled him with it. If my expression failed to convey my genuine surprise, Mr. Scat, it is simply because I have cultivated the bored stare as an art form. You're a fascinating character, but I'm not threatened by you. Maybe you ought to be. Or maybe not. You yourself have practically guaranteed my longevity. I have faith in your skills as a palm reader, Mr. Scat. I will not be dying this evening. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of your witchcraft, and I'm not afraid of your African gods. I represent invisibilism, and my gods have electric light bulbs for eyes. My gods run on internal combustion engines. The Namo ain't gods. The gods are to the Namo what our shadows are to us. Gods are the traces of the Namo's passage through our world. Skittle up, scat! What? It was the Namo who brought us the true tongue, the one we hear in our dreams, the words that make things happen. Oh, skittle up, scat! Scat, scat, scat! How very... What are you doing to me? Oh. See what happens if you don't have respect for your elders? What do you believe in now, little girl? All right, fair enough. Hey, listen. Someone was going to say we were in New York last summer, and I really fancy you, right? I'm not just saying it, you know? Say hello to the jazz age for me. Look after yourself, darling. I'll be all right. I did it all before, 70 years ago. Jack? That's really... I'm flattered. I mean, I don't know what to... Boy, I'm going to do this psychic time jolt thing, and Mason's managed to blind me an empty room down the hall. Mind taking first watch while I'm trancing? Sure, yeah, no problem, Cam. Right. Hey, see you later, Jack. You're okay. Jesus, nothing worse than watching other people getting drunk, is there? 1923, Hampstead. When I was a young man, membership in the Invisible College was something more than just a game for children. You know I'm referring to this modern vogue for assuming frivolous noms de plume. I happen to adore frivolity, Father. This is an age of frivolity, and my generation finds your generation's pompous Latin aliases quite ridiculous. But to choose Tom or Bedlam. Frederick, I'm simply trying to warn you that when one assumes a magical name, one must be prepared to face the consequences and implications of that decision. Why did you die, Daddy? Why did you have to die? This name you have chosen invites madness and darkness. Frederick, my son, please, will you not hear me? Please come back. I'm sorry. Please, come back. Jack, darling, bring the case with the hand of glory to show Takashi. Oh, yeah, alright. Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. Sometimes a drink can get you through the weirdest shit. She says she's from the future? Mr. Lang, This is the most incredible thing, Takashi. This is an occult object. This is like the Ark of the Covenant or something. Don't overdo the build-up, Mason, darling. Shit. I'll get it. Pretty fucking weird looking, though. When we saw it the first time, it was... shite. It wasn't me. Jack? Where is it, Jack? How the fuck should I know? Some fucker must have taken it out. Fucking hell. It must be here. I looked at it in the car. It was here, Jack. Maybe it left it in the hotel? Mason, I saw it in the car. Hey, don't everybody fucking blame me. It was me and Fatty went and got the fucking thing while you lot were out killing people. Okay, let's calm down for a second. It was there, and now it's gone. So, who stole the hand of glory? Cocktails and laughter, but what comes after, nobody knows. We use a method of psychic time travel based on researches by the Couleur Noir voodoo group in Chicago. The technique involves going into a trance and placing your consciousness at the center of a kind of spider web. Each strand represents a space-time direction, and each strand is overseen by a different Loa, voodoo spirit. The western and northwestern strands are governed by the black goddess Mahakali, the spider queen, and these strands can be used to dream yourself into the past of the earth. It's not physical time travel, it's like a dream, and we enter the past as, well, ghosts. That's about the best word to describe what we've become. Look after yourself. Hope I'm gonna be around to explain this later. Shit. More than ghosts. Ghosts can't be hurt, after all. We can. 1924, New York. Well, you appear to have me at something of a disadvantage, Mr. Scat, and... oh my goodness. Oh no. Scary, ain't it? Didn't I warn you? Shouldn't have tried what you just tried? Not here, at the crossroads. Scat, scat. Zaragan's on his way. The god of assassins, the king scorpion. Can you hear him coming? What you gonna do now, little girl? What you gonna say to him when he looks at you and... shit! Baron couldn't make it. I'm his stunt double, and I sting like a bastard. 1997, San Francisco. Shit! What you doing, girl? What you gonna do now? Robin would love to wake King Mob up to get his advice on what to do about Boy, but it's not safe to wake a time traveler from their trance. Boy is the most normal and dependable invisible. No one saw this coming at all. Sensitive Criminals, Part 2, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. Hi, take me to Alita, Dad. 1924, New York, latitude 40 degrees, longitude 74. I expected somebody else. Scorpion Loa called Zaragan, my patron. I'm certain I gave the right call. That ain't you in human form, is it, Baron? Nah, name's King Mob. Listen, if you're into voodoo, you must be familiar with the time station in the Spider Queen's web. King Mob? We already have a King Mob. He sent Freddy and me to... Shit. You use the web to get back here from... where? Scat. They call me Papa Scat. I was sent to check out where this little gal's loyalties lay before. Hang on a minute. You're one of us? And he's a ghost from the future? Oh, Mr. Scat, this is almost too marvelous. Almost. Welcome to the Invisibles, sister. Oh, thank Christ we got that cleared up. My gun wouldn't have worked on you anyway, Scat. I'm just a psychic projection. You're from the future. Talk to me. Hello? You can't expect you to stand there after telling us you're a ghost. What? Sorry, I'm still trying to get my bearings and I'm a bit... Edith? I take it you two have met? She was older. Jesus. Oh, what? Freddy, quickly, Freddy, get up. Stop flailing about. What? What on earth's happening? Who are these people?
Papa Scat. Sorry I had to hold that bad memory out of your head, son.
These are our new friends. Freddy, dear, everything's just gone quite mad.
This place here. A stress point has appeared in space-time. Follow me. Aye, right behind you, big fella. This is not why I joined the service, Muldoon, let me tell you. I already got that way in Flanders during the war. How's about shutting your fucking gob for a minute and doing the job? I've seen queer shite than this in me time. Now remind me not to drink what you drink. This way. Can you not feel them?
You made it. Good. We only have a little time. Oh, what now? Pierrot and Columbine! A masquerade! How wonderful! And what a delightful idea to hold it in a hovel.
These are the people I brought you here to meet. They call themselves the Harlequinade, and that's their business, I guess. They say they got what you're looking for.
You have the hand of glory? When can we see it? We'd like to authenticate it. Come with us, you alone. Good heavens, isn't New York thrilling?
This is it, Edith. Take care.
This is what?
Well, two at once. Hard to believe it's a first for her. King Mob hears trouble coming and gets his Ghostbuster ready. He tells Papa Scat he can only deal with the incoming Cyphermen, asking him to handle the flesh and blood people. The men kick the door in, and Papa Scat shoots one of them through the back of the head from the stairs behind him. The other man aims at him.
What's happening out there? There is no out there. There is only in here. Look at her. Do you remember what it was like? Did you give me opium? This all feels rather strange.
Then allow us to introduce the invisible prince, Harlequin. Evening, Edie.
What a marvelous conjuring trick.
Oh, I'm full of tricks. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. We have the hand of glory, but you must give us something in return. First, we will show you something. Don't be afraid.
Whatever do you mean? What is there to be afraid? Oh, no. Stop it. No. It can't be. It can't be.
The other man shoots Scat, and he uses his magic to move the elevator cage he's hiding behind away from him, and shoots him in the head and chest. King Mob shoots the Cypherman before he can attack Freddy. You alright? Hurts like a bitch. C'est la vie. That one of the agents you were telling me about? He from the future, too? Yeah, Cypherman. Gun focuses my will so I can telepathically scramble the mantras they use to maintain the time travel trance. Sure. Never mind, man. I don't understand half of what you're talking about either. This was a silent error to me.
Edie? Edie, what have they done?
Mid-Atlantic, latitude 41, longitude 30.
I don't remember what happened. They must have doped me. Either that or they weren't human. I intend to write a startling novel based on my experiences, but not today. This is all becoming rather too much. I hope you'll excuse me, dear man from the future. I'm afraid I may have to lie down before I succumb to some kind of hysterical fit.
You love her, don't you?
For my sins. Everyone falls in love with Edie. You will too, I expect.
I'm just a ghost. I can only watch, really. She thinks you're gay, you know. She's trying to bring you out.
Gay? What are you talking about?
A sexual invert.
Oh. Well, perhaps I am. Your story's preposterous, you know. If I'm standing here talking to a ghost, and we've all gone quite mad.
Serves you right for calling yourself Tom or Bedlam.
Oh, shut up about that, will you? What happened to Edie in that place? Who were those ridiculous people?
Harlequinade? Christ, I don't know, do I? I don't think she does either.
Where are we going?
Home. Try to remember. The original King Mob and his lover, Queen Mab, are literal bomb-throwing anarchists of the original variety and the terror of 1920s London. They join Edith and Freddy at Billy Chang's opium den to perform the ritual of the hand, the five of them forming an invisible cell.
So, what's all this mumbo-jumbo supposed to achieve? Shh, Freddy, You're just scared your daddy will turn up and growl at you. Don't be such a coward. I am not a coward. Oh, oh, fire and chimney smoke, skies teeming with ghosts. The great spirituals sent out at bait. She's entering trance. To draw them to us. Girl with red hair. Who's the little man inside? Oh, he's touching her. It's awful. There is no time here. They're coming. Oh, it's too big. There's no time.
Girl with red hair.
The flaw, the fracture, the howling diamond. They're coming. Oh my God.
Stay calm. The instructions I have for the operation of the hand are not complete, but I believe this is the beginning of what it can do. Doorways migrate through our world all the time. The hand draws them to itself, like homing pigeons.
Draws what? Edith?
Jesus, I feel weird. What's happening? Indoor rain. We've attracted a doorway. The shining ones are coming. Prepare for contact.
There we all were, 1924. This is impossible. Stop that awful music. Stop the rain.
I can't. It fell here before the house was built, or perhaps it will fall when we are all dead and this house is gone. Prepare yourselves. We have no idea what form they'll take.
You, Freddie, and me, and Beryl and Billy Chang, and dear King Mob, and that other King Mob. Our ghosts from future times. What strange, faraway days those were. Or are.
Beryl, are you all right? He said the shiny ones are coming. Is that what you saw? What did you see?
We're so small. They made a flaw to come through. It only looks like a hand. I saw it all. Tomorrow is here. And how strange I should think of them. And of you, Freddie dear.
Shit. I'm feeling weird, Edith. It's like time's bending around us.
I know. I wonder what they'll look like. Will they look like anything at all? The terrible thing we did to you.
The hand is becoming active. We are about to contact an intelligence from somewhere other than this plane of existence. I think it may manifest itself to us not through space, but through time.
And through time it came.
Sensitive Criminals, Part 3. Parisian Pierrot.
I remember Beryl, dear mad Beryl, when she introduced me to both the Invisibles and her own ineptly English brand of lesbianism. I was 18 and a dilettante. She was 25 and drunk. I'd never seen anyone like her. I cried, I shall become invisible and do outrageous things. I had no idea just how outrageous it was all going to become. I think I'm smoking too much marijuana, Freddie. I keep writing letters to you even though you're gone. And I keep slipping into memory. I could swear I almost smell Chanel. It was my favorite scent when I was young. I stopped wearing it when I was 43. Strange. Didn't Billy tell us the purpose of the hand was to bend time?
The original King Mob finds himself in Bobby Murray's childhood bedroom, last seen in Volume 1, Part 1. Bobby again repeats Robin's message from outside of time. In this cosmology, anything that ever exists outside of time always exists there, so long as time exists. Just to be a little bit more specific for clarity's sake, the Outer Church and the Invisible College are still within the realm of time in our universe, just on the absolute periphery, beyond our holographic lens shape. Something like time may pass, but it is of such a higher order of being, it would be wrong to call it time, as if we were capable of understanding it. Our brains were created in this four-dimensional universe, 3 of space and 1 of time. King Mob was being literal when he said we can't conceptualize what's going on beyond our reality. Original King Mob is then taken to see an older Beryl crying while looking at Picasso's Guernica. Guernica is where King Mob is eventually going to die, leaving her alone. My God, I just saw something. A child.
The being we saw is made of time. That was how it looked to us as it moved through our universe.
Did everyone experience that?
Good heavens. Look there. What a marvelous evening this has turned out to be. And then something happened. And no one could ever remember what, could they, Freddy? And it was the next day. St. Dunstan's in the east. According to Billy, this is the best place in London to wrap up the hand. Time is thin around St. Dunstan's, he claims. He can be so utterly poetic at times. I don't feel comfortable with this at all. Things are happening around this object. Yes, exactly. That's why it's absolutely vital that we have it and not our enemies. In New York, the Harlequin told me I'd beat him again when we'd solved the first operation of the hand.
And have we? Well, unless you think last night was a typical evening at Billy's.
Oh, let's just get this over with and get back to normal. I preferred time when it was confined to my watch and moved in one direction. Be good. I shall be desolate if I find you haven't been talking about us while we're gone. Want to be in transit if it works, Freddy? Legend has it the hand of glory can actually make one truly invisible.
I rather think it does a little more than that. Something happened last night. This is serious, Edie.
Stop fretting. We have Pan and Dionysus on our side, Freddy dear, and we must be incandescent when we face the Harlequin. Anything less will be fatal.
That's easy for you to say. I'm not sure that I like it here. We shouldn't have come. Feels haunted.
Well, that's why we're here. It's supposed to be haunted. It's terribly important we prepare the hand of glory here, darling. Remember what Billy Chang said. Surely you're not afraid of an old man and a little boy.
I've become afraid of everything. An angler in the lake of darkness.
We could all quote King Lear, Freddy. You chose to join the Invisibles, and you chose the name Tom O'Bedlam because you thought it made you sound dark and exciting and outrageous.
Yes, but I don't want to be mad. What if my father was right? Playing with this ghastly hand could send us all round the bend.
I'm already quite round the bend, trust me. And try to remember that Edgar in the play was only pretending to be mad. Just as you pretend to be the typical sort of queer and moody young man who loves solitary soul-searching on blasted heaths. Now, here we come, mad or not. Harlequin, show me the second operation of the hand.
You don't seem the type. Type? Hanging around with the rich kids. I fought in the Battle of the Somme, summer of 1916. 420,000 British troops died. I don't know how many Germans and French. And believe me, the sons of the rich were ground into the mud just as impartially as the sons of the poor. Death doesn't accept bribes. And I fell in love with a rich girl. I'm an anarchist. I can do what I want. I take people as I find them. Fair enough. How'd you meet her, Queen Mab? Beryl? We shared a scandalous love of black music, futurist art, and sex. Through her, I met the others. Chang's a strange one. Edith and Freddie live in their own private world of parties and magic and talking by thought. I'm uneasy with this aspect of our work. Isn't blowing up Whitehall a more useful thing than communing with so-called spirits or whatever they are? I believe in a revolution of the people, for the people. The Bolsheviks in Russia proved it can be done. But I'm a soldier. Whether I like it or not, the war turned me into a soldier, and I'll fight alongside rich or poor until all men and women are free. Saw some weird shit last night. What does the Hand of Glory do? Do you know? I don't think I have much longer here, and I have to know how you people made it work. I leave that to Billy Chang. He's the nearest thing we have to an expert in this area, the occult. It bends time or it folds time, does things I prefer not to think about. But if it can be used as a weapon in the struggle for liberty, then...
What in the holy name of Christ is that?
Something that hasn't been invented yet. Christ almighty. We shouldn't be doing what we're doing. This can't be right. Never mind Whitehall. We could blow up reality. Jesus, we better hope it's not a weapon.
Harlequin, must I remind you that you promised? There's no need to shout. You'll wake the wretched dead. If I have to wake the dead, Freddy, I will. Why should they be allowed to sleep when I'm working so hard? Harlequin! Why does it take such idiot amateur dramatics to make this awful thing work properly? And whose hand was it, anyway? Edie? Freddy, something's happened. Mr. Harlequin, I refuse to stand here freezing to death while you plot your latest outlandish entrance stage left. Hello? Is there someone? Show your face.
You couldn't look at my face.
Edie! Freddie, how can we be in so many places at once? Well, Billy dear, it really was quite astonishing. It seemed so perfectly natural to be standing there in the snow or whatever it was. It's only now I'm beginning to realize how odd it all was. And he told you the hand will be fully functional once we anoint it? Now we know why our ghost is here. You could generate incredible power, make a circle in time. Who are these people to possess this knowledge, Lady Edith? Who is Harlequin? My guardian angel, or guardian devil. He seemed like someone I've always known, or shall know. Little candles, what are you up to now, Billy? 5 is the minimum number of human beings needed to complete the final operation and open the spirit gate. Perhaps it requires 5 of our minds in combination to create the equivalent of 1 of their minds. Oh, I've taken an instant dislike to that beastly thing. I don't think it likes you either, Freddie. It keeps making the most offensive gestures behind your back. Beryl and Ronnie?
They're, gonna meet us here later. Picking up some weapons in case anything goes wrong tonight. Water, earth, air, fire, spirit. Then it's time.
So what are we going to do next? Is the hand ready to make us all invisible so we can sneak into the theater without paying? Edith, why can't I feel you in my head? I have no idea, Freddie. Perhaps it's because I have a cold. You've never had a cold. Since when have you had a cold? Since you couldn't feel me in your head, obviously. Freddie, I do wish you'd stop behaving like a little boy. All adults are just children playing at being grown-ups. You said that. It sounded so clever once, like most of the things you say. This is not the time to argue. Please. We are embarking on a very delicate operation. I thought as much. This is your house, Edie, whereas I'm just a ghost going. With me? Freddie is awful. I have a piano. I know you'll adore it. Edith, give him a break, for Christ's sake. Join them for cocktails, Frederick. Poor Freddie. He must have been so hurt. But I only did what I had to. Well, who wouldn't? Do you play?
Guitar. I can only do chords on the piano. You?
I consider myself a gifted amateur. Well, here we all are. It wasn't much like sex at all, Freddie. You needn't have worried. It was more like masturbation. It was like having sex with an idea. But you knew that, didn't you? I must have recovered from my cold. Darling, hello. Freddie, isn't it? We met at the Saxville West Masquerade in May. Dora, remember? No, not really. I must have decided to let you feel everything that was happening in my head. You feel like I'm dreaming you. You feel like a memory. I didn't know what else to say. My greatest fear, my autobiography would make tedious reading, was proving quite groundless. Here I was at the grand age of 24, in bed with a ghost from 70 years in the future. I prepared this. It'll make you stronger, more here. And by my reckoning, I was only on chapter 2. The hand is part of one of their machines, a cross-section, a 3-dimensional drawing of something vast beyond your understanding. Once, in India, I was shown how one has sex with the thought form. That's what you are, isn't it?
It is a tool, an engine, a machine made of time. Its moving parts are the days of your lives.
Oh, you're made of thought.
Edith, who else is talking in here? Start the machine.
So cold, like you're not there. Or I'm not. Is it me?
Time distortions. It's coming in again. I know what's going to happen. Hold on tight, Edith.
Oh, Gideon.
It's okay. It's okay. Edith, where are we?
What happened to my life? Where did it go? I was young. It seemed like just a moment ago I was... Oh, of course. It's now.
Your little lives, powered by blood.
And so we did what we had to do. When it was done, we anointed the hand of glory with our sexual fluids, and everything was made ready. My lovely man from the future. What strange times we've had together. When shall I see you again? Can you tell me that?
May 1st, 1988. Varanasi. I think you call it Benares, India.
Benares, of course. I shall be so old.
I'll be sitting on the Manikarnika Ghat listening to Morrison and contemplating suicide. You'll say, "Young man, would you smile for just one moment?" Or something like that. Love at first sight.
Yes, well, everyone falls in love with Edie. That's what Freddie says about me, isn't it? As though I'm some sort of beastly affliction and people are stricken down. And just because he thinks no one loves him. I love Freddie.
Yeah, but he wants you to shag him. You treat him like shit all the time. Just once, and then tell him to bugger off. You'd save his life.
Freddie? Oh, that would be incest. I love dear Freddie, but one has to draw with lines in the sand somewhere.
Stop giving him a hard time.
Freddie is my project. You have no idea how dull he was, and how afraid of his awful father, the Grand Magus of the Golden Dawn. When I have finished burning him in the fire, Freddie will be a great magician. Freddie will surpass his father in every way. That will be my gift to my favorite cousin. After that, I began to notice little holes in my future man, little gaps in his substance that told me our time together was almost at an end. I felt a terrible pang at the thought of never seeing him again until I was so hideously old. This was an ultra-perfect idea, Billy. I wonder if our dear ghost will be visible on the plate. Wouldn't it be the strangest thing ever known if he is? Into position. I feel like an explorer before venturing into uncharted territory. Freddie, you must stand here with me. Always.
Well then, I suppose I must, Edie. Ready? Hello, history. Everything all right, comrade? Well, I'm phasing in and out. Smile, everybody.
And that was that. And then it got awful.
All the operations are complete. We can light the final candle now. Mab?
This is exciting. I'm so glad I dressed for the occasion.
The full power of the hand ought now to be available to us. Now we will learn what it is and what it is capable of doing. I believe it may open a door into their world, the time spirits, or whatever they are. I think we are about to make full contact with another kind of reality. As we have seen, contact with this plane can be... Get ready. Shit, something's happening. Something feels wrong. Edith, run.
Don't go.
Look, there's something there.
What is it? It's growing. It's horrible. Look! We've done something terrible. It's haunted. Stop it from growing.
Tom's a cold. Poor Tom's a cold. Tom's a cold. Through the sharp hawthorn blow the winds. Poor Tom's a cold.
This is wrong. Father?
1997. Ah! Shit! Oh, shit! I saw it! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Gideon, calm down. It's Robin. You're back home. 1997, San Francisco. You've been trancing for about 2 hours and... Well, there's been a problem. Boy's gone. We don't know where. She took the hand of glory and walked. I'm not sure how to deal with this. I waited to speak to you. We don't know why. We don't know where. What did you find out about the hand? Anything we can use?
Boy, did... What? Party's over now. Time. Billy Brilliant Chang walked out of history like a ghost and was never seen again. Beryl Wyndham died in 1965, betrayed. They were burying Winston Churchill on the TV as her lungs gave out. Every year on the 28th of January, the same man leaves flowers on her grave. Ronald Tolliver, the first King mob, died at Guernica in 1937 on his way to fight against Franco's fascists in the Spanish Civil War. In his last moments, he imagined he saw Beryl, his Queen Mab, somehow young. He died recalling love. Freddie Harper Seton opened the door to hell and later to heaven. He died a beggar on the streets of London.
He had become one of the greatest magicians in the history of his species. And Edith lived and had adventures and grew old. I know I hurt you, Freddy. I know I did awful things, and I think I've been properly guilty about it for rather a long time now. But in the end, dear, let's face it, if I hadn't been so beastly, you'd have turned out a dreadful bore. And that, my darling Freddy, is something we absolutely never, ever were. Au revoir, my favorite Parisian Pierrot. All my love as ever, Edie. P.S. I forgot to mention, I think I worked out who the Hologronaut are. Aren't I clever? Edie, it's time. Isn't it always, dear?
No, Robert, this is bad shit. This is twisty stuff. It's from out there, the other side, the fourth dimension, the human subconscious. I don't know what in the name of Christ this was, but it's hostile. I thought if she tries to use the hand, it'll eat her alive. Shit.
No, it'll be okay. Mason, do you have any idea how many of us there are in this state? In this country? Invisibles, Mason, how many?
What? A lot, I'd say. A lot more than we know. I know a lot.
Okay. Get on the internet. Get on the phone. Scan her picture off your photographs from New York City, Jack. There's a store near the hotel. They'll put it on a disc, says. And we need at least 5 disinformation scenarios to protect boys from counteragents. Everybody. Call everybody. Tell them to call everybody else. By this time tomorrow, every invisible in North America is looking for her. That's what we do. Let's go underground.
You know, if I'm being honest, I do love leaving a nice cliffhanger between parts sometimes. Volume 2, Part 2 will pick right up with Boy, who is headed straight for the enemy with the Hand of Glory. But why? We'll find out, and we'll learn a great deal more about Boy's real past in American death camp, as well as find out more about the black trains and the secret prison camps from her origin story. Then it's back to Robin and the time suit plot, and Takashi and Mason will somehow have to jumpstart a broken time suit built 14 years in the future, so Robin can get back to her own time and help her team face the Archons at the end of everything. Then it all comes to a big climax with a return to the base in Dulce, New Mexico, in Black Science 2, to rescue the magic mirror entity from the clutches of the enemy. Quimper has been taking more and more control of Robin's mind as the attack nears, and he's heard every word of their plans. What hope do our heroes have to save the trapped and tortured soul of reality itself from the deepest and darkest prison in America? Find out next time in Grant Morrison's Invisibles, Volume 2, Part 2.